Hi guys, I hope you all are fine. Today I want to teach you how to install the Prometheus and Grafana and how to integrate your Prometheus server with Grafana. So Prometheus server is a open source monitoring tool or system or server where you have to monitor uh, your VM, your machine, your application, your database, your anything you want to be monitored. So you can monitor it here. So it's a open source one. So let's see how to install it. So before that, I want to tell you about the Prometheus as open source one thing, and then second one is the collect the data in a matrix. So it's not like that to collect the data from SNMPs or something like that. So it will collect the data in a matrix form and it will be stored in their database, and the database name is TSDB time series database. So let's see how to install it. Prometheus server. So it's very easy to install the Prometheus server. Just go write the Google on Prometheus server download, or just hit and click it. So you can see the uh, uh, multiple flavors are available here for the Prometheus server. You can see Prometheus is a monitoring system and it's a time series database. It's store your data in the time series. So you have multiple flavors are available, Linux and Windows. So I will install the Linux one. So just right click on this copy. So how to install or how to get this thing in your uh, Linux command. So wget you can use it. So now it's installing it in my server. So it's downloading it. It's very powerful one. You can see each and everything is being monitored by Prometheus. We will go further deep and dive in upcoming classes or in upcoming my video series. So it's have been downloaded. So it's this one. So let's see. I just untar it via this one command tar minus xvf, so it will be extracted. For me, I have downloaded it already. So Prometheus, just go in this folder and you can see multiple files and folder come up here. So you how to start these services, Prometheus server, how to start it? It's very simple. Just run this executable file. That's it. Your server will be started. So for before that, when I will start this server, so it will I can't work on this my SSH protocol, because then lots of logs come up here when I entered this command. So if you don't want that, if you don't want to be see that logs in your console or your POT session, so you can use the ampersand sign. Or if you want to be stored that logs in somewhere file, so there is a command is no. So this is the command in Linux. So whenever I hit it, so it will start my data, my server on background, and append the output on this file. So you can see the one of the file have been created, and my all the outputs whatever become on my this machine, so it will be go on that this. So my Prometheus server have been started. So by default, the port of Prometheus server is 9090. So let's see it's working or not. So for me, my machine IP is 39 and 9090. So I just hit it and it says 9090 verified is working. Okay. So for that, we have this console of the Prometheus where we execute our queries here from whatever we want to be see the data of any machine. So here is the graph section. So let's here move on to the target. It is all the other things. So just targeted it. So for me, it's by default is localhost 9090 because it's running on my VM. So how to monitor another machine in it? So we have to be. So first of all, you have to uh, first of all, you need to be which node you want to be monitored. You want to be monitored on your MySQL database. You want to be in your web application, your apps, or your anything. So we want to be monitor our whole machine, our whole VM. This mean you want to be monitored your RAM, CPU, memory, your swap memory, your hard drive, and whatever you have to be in your node machine come up. So for that you have to install program or a program in your node machine, so in your monitoring machine where you want to be. So here are the to install that program. It's called exporter programs. So here are the multiple exporter are here. You can see the HA proxy exporter, MySQL exporter, Node exporter, HA proxy, mem cache. So all these things, some more are here on these links. You can go and check it. So for me, I will go for the Node exporter. So I will monitor my one of machine, that is, I want to be monitored this machine. I hope so. You want to be monitored on this machine. So for this machine, my IP is 21940. So I want to be monitored my whole VM, whatever comes in this machine. So let's monitor how to monitor. So just install or download this node exporter in your monitoring machine. So I have downloaded already and extracted it as well. So I'm just going in that folder and same node exporter, just run this command, just run this one. So your node exporter is already, I think, is already used because I have tested it. So guys, I have already run this command in my previously testing purpose. So right now again I'm running it. So it's now running on my uh, on my testing or my remote to if to want to be monitored this machine. So I just run this node exporter on my. So by default, the node exporter running on, you can see here is the port come up 9110. So I want to be monitor it on my via Prometheus. So let me restart my machine. So uh, I want to be monitored my mm, uh, here is the file to be monitored the any on any node. So you just come up here in this folder where you have all your servers file is running. So just come and open this file. Here you can see it's by default uh, some global configuration is here. You can see the 15-second scrap interval. So evaluation interval is 15 seconds. So it will take all the data from after 15 seconds from your node. So here is the concept of about the job and targets. So targets, you can see it here. We see we can see it here. The targets is the thing where we to whom I want to be monitored. So that is called the targets. So I want to be monitored by this machine. So which is IP is, so how to configure in my Prometheus. So let's me just copy. So first of all the job name. So I just said, it's a YAML file, so need to be very conscious about the species and all this thing. So it's my web server. Let's suppose it's my node 1, and after that we have to run static config, and next one is the target. So for the target is my from here my target is my machine, which is the IP of that my machine is 202.63.219.40. So the port I have already told you, the 9110, which is mentioned when we have run the exporter. So here is the command. So just save it. So after that you have to restart your Prometheus services. So if the one is the I have to grab this process and kill it, and again run same command to run this restart the services. For another processes, you can just grab and Prometheus, so it's come up the ID, so you can just run this command kill minus HUP and the ID. So it will be uh, restart your services or reload your services without killing the program or without stopping your services. So it's have been reloaded. So let's check the my target is come up here or not. So it's come up, so you can see it here. So the node 1. So let's check some graphs. So after that, so let's check my swap memory, swap free bytes. So just execute this one. So here is the my execute swap memory come up. If you want to see in graph, so here is the graph come up, my swap memory. uh, so my node 1 or node is a two swap is here. One of I think my local host. No, it's my swap two instances come up. So swap. Maybe I have created in that my machine two swap partition. So let's check another one. The memory free. You can see it here. Node memory. So you can check the node memory ups and downs, ups and down. You can see. And here is the another my node and node 1. I think it's my previous one data. So that's why it's not my current data is this one, because we have added node 1. So how to confirm it's come up from you. So you can just go on status target, and this is my node 1 data. So you can see it here. Okay, so node 1 is my current one. So the older one is not my. So this is the Prometheus things. So we can do the multiple, so to execute all the commands. There are lots of option come up here. Not this time second total, not this now, sectors, time second, completed, merged, is all the thing. It will be come up so many things. So let's go with the Grafana. Before Grafana, let's see how to install it. So, how to install the Grafana in your Linux machine? For that, you have to just go on Google site and just type Grafana download. So first link come up here. So Grafana, it's also available on open source and enterprise source. You can see you can see the open source and enterprise. So we will go for the open source. It's free one, so it's available on multiple OS, Linux, Windows, support multiple platforms. So we will go open Linux one. So we have installed the Red Hat. We will go for this command. First of all, we get this one. So it's now downloading that Grafana package from the internet, and after that we will install this Grafana via yum command. So it's now installing Grafana in my system. You can see so it's now Grafana come up here, 47 MB. So let's install. Yes, so it's installing the Grafana. So let's check, let's wait for this Grafana. It's now installed it. So for before that it says not starting installation, please execute the following statement to Grafana to start the automatically using systemd. So for you have to just use the reload this system, and you can run it for enabling this. Whenever the system rebooted, your services will be started automatically, and here is the command to start the Grafana. So we have started the services of Grafana. So let's see. Uh, Grafana is using by default on port 3000. So let's check it's working or not. So it's working, and Grafana come up here. So it's now loading my new fresh Grafana. So it's already pre-configured actually. Before that you have to uh, uh, so this is the panel of Grafana. Whenever you log in it, so first time it will be the password is admin, and but here I have already changed my password. So my password. So once you enter the admin username and admin the password, it will be again asking you to change your password. So you can enter your new password from here. So I just log in my old password. Here is the Grafana is loading now. So let's create any panel to integrate. Now we have to integrate Prometheus with my Grafana. So how to do it? So just create the add your first data source. From your data source will be come up. So for me there are multiple things come up here. Prometheus is graphied, and these lots of many tools come up here. So for me I have to integrate it via Prometheus. So just click the select one. So you have to create the Prometheus new Prometheus. It's a name. You can change anything. You can run it. Tag, it can be any. So you have to URL to put it here. URL, you can see the 9090 is come up here. So you, what is the your URL of your Prometheus is, because you have selected Prometheus. So I have just entered my Prometheus server here. So let's check it's tested or not. So its data source is updated, you can see. So save and test. So it's save and tested. So come up here on the dashboard. So I have already imported my Prometheus states in my previous examples. For me re-import it. So I just re-import my import. So my all the things have been re-imported. So first of when you come here, your Prometheus state is import. So you just click on the import. Okay. So now my Prometheus have been imported. So just clicking on Prometheus here. Now you can see the uptime, my load average, time targets. So now I have to add one more graph here. So here is the last 5 seconds graph, last 5 minutes. So let's move. I want to add a new graph here. So just click on that panel and come up here your on which graph you want to be monitored. So for me, I want to be uh, check my free memory. Free memory. Let's check free memory. So just execute it. So whatever the command come up here, you can copy it here just and simple paste on this matrix. Simple, and just click outside it. So it graph will be come up here. Automatically all the things come up here from your Prometheus. There is nothing inside in your Grafana, but just Grafana tells you visually very effectively. So you can see the last 5 minutes, subfitted, exit, all the things, all the 10 panels, visuals. You can see multiple visuals are here. So you see graph, state, cage, bar gate. So you can check it or uh, put it as per your demand. So we want to check the graph from here. You can check the graph here. So it's right now it's the last 5 one, so we want to monitor it 5 seconds. So just click on save. I save it. So save in save the current variable values in the dashboard default or not, or you can see it's free memory graph. So save it. Save as Prometheus. Okay, cancel it. Let me just apply it on, because we want on my same dashboard. We can go on the further dashboard, that was another one, so I just skip that one. So here is the my real-time graph is come up here and it's working fine very. So let's another data is added. So for that you have to just on which data you want to be. Let's suppose I want to be add the swap memory. Execute it. Your swap memory come up here. So just copy it this. You can see the graph it here is as well, but there is not too much, not effectively come up here. So we have to, that's why we have to go on Grafana. So here is the graph come up here for my swap memory free. It's come from Prometheus, not any Grafana. So it's all the graph is come up from the. So we have successfully entered integration Prometheus is with Grafana. So you can change all the things is here. We will do further after some time. I will. So let's apply it. So my memory, you can see the free memory space is come up here and you can check, and one of the my memory free checking graph is here. So this is my dashboard of my sample. Prometheus is actually, we can make it new one as per our demand, whatever we want to be do, or if you have any separate dashboard want to create, we can create it. So for me, so that's all guys, this is from my side. I hope you are like it, and if you have any problem feel free to ask me. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.